What is good, guys? M.V.K back again. We are back with another review from Marvel, and is the second part in the Fall of X, the Sabretooth Wars. We're talking about Wolverine number 42. There it is. Sabretooth War. That cover is just sick. You talk about Sabretooth at his fierce, or Sabretooth at his most craziest. This is living up to everything, every detail of what every detail of what Ben Percy said this was going to be. This is getting bloody. This is bloody. And this is all happening on, like I said, we all know Sabretooth, he knows Wolverine's birthday. So every time Wolverine's birthday comes around, he makes his life a living hell. This time around, what happened in that last issue, I didn't spoil it, but yes, he killed Akihiro. I believe that's Dawkins' name. And another character carved him up, and he had them spell out the name Happy Birthday. He said Happy Birthday, and you can see it here. Logan is fucking pissed. He's not in berserk rage. I was shocked, but we see Logan pretty much just going ham on these Sabretooth drone-like clones, and while Sabretooth and his other counterparts from different Earths watch along, then Wolverine gets tied up by Omega Red's coils. Sabretooth tells that when he was going around gathering his team, they came across he killed some weaker versions of Wolverine in other universes, and he killed an Omega Red that actually was not made of carbonadium but adamantium. And he even sees it. There's the tentacles, the coils. And then you have one of the Sabretooths who's kind of like the pretty boy Sabretooth, even tell him, yo, just kill the man. Like, just kill him. Stop toying with him. And I love that. And of course we see X-23 and Domino, because all this is taking place in the X-Force headquarters, because their headquarters is up in the North Pole. And of course that goes bad because there's another Wolverine that's like a shapeshifter as well. And as soon as he walks in, Laura's like, Shink, who the fuck are you? You're not Wolverine. Basically gives him, he's like, fuck you are, like, who the fuck are you? And of course they go at it, and then the female Sabretooth comes in, and of course we see that Black Tom and Sage are being controlled by something. They're like the eyes, and Colossus gets attacked, luckily, and this is what happens. And you see Wolverine is tied up, he's hung up. What happens next is just brutal and just shows what kind of a fucking animal Sabretooth is. He's killing kids. I can't show what he does to this one kid. It's just ridiculous. It's like, you look at it and you're like, oh my fucking god, this guy's a fucking villain. He's killing mutant kids. He's killing them. Like, there's one kid he picks up, and he's just choking this kid to death, to the point blood starts just coming out his nose. He rips this kid. He uses his super strength so much that he rips the kid's head off. It's so bad. And luckily, Sabretooth's just killing these kids, these mutant kids. Luckily the brother and sister duo Aurora and Northstar get there to help. And that was good. But for Wolverine, he's just devastated. Look at him. He's thinking about Quentin Quire, who was killed. He's thinking about his son. He's thinking about his daughter. And Wolverine does something you would, I've kind of seen him do before, but he can't get out of these adamantium corals just because they got him tied up. He's like, so what does he do? Somehow he basically says this, and I'll read it to you. He says, my bones might be sleeved with adamantium, but my joints are made of meat. And basically what he does is he basically rips his arms, his hands off. He rips his hands off. Now I'm like, wait a minute. They try to cover that up, but I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, Mr. Percy. He's got adamantium across his whole skeletal structure. How could he rip? But of course, we're talking about joints, because I don't think, and then when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, wait a minute, like your arm, there is ligaments and that are between your joint, your wrists. So if you pull hard enough, and he pulls it up, he rips and he cuts his feet. Like it is gruesome to watch what Wolverine does to himself, just to get free. I was like, oh my god. One of the Sabretooth alternates does get killed in this. I won't spoil which one it was. Laura slices his head right off. And North Star and Aurora do free Sage and Black Tom. But at the end of it, Sabretooth and them kidnap Laura. They do kidnap Laura. Even though Wolverine gets back to the headquarters, like, I mean, you got to remember, he didn't just take his hands, he cut off his foot. He cuts his feet off. So he's just a stubble. But his claws are still protruding through his hands, and you could see I feel so bad for Wolverine. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna lose his kids. He's gonna lose two of the kids that he truly loved. Because a lot of people who haven't been reading, he and Doc and Akihiro, they've made up. They're like a father and son, and him and Laura have always been like this. And you just see him screaming for Laura, and Sabretooth left the present behind, and it's getting bad. And I'm just like, oh my god. And we got 7 more parts to this. The Sabretooth War is 7 parts. It's 7 more parts. There, it's 10 parts, and we're not even close. So it's gonna get brutal. This is getting sickly brutal. Have I seen, a brutal Wolverine comic? Yes, that's nothing new to me. But the brutality of Sabretooth is far worse than I've ever seen Sabretooth ever. As long as I've been reading comics, Sabretooth has never been this brutal. To the point where he's killing kids now. It's not just, he wants to make Wolverine's life a living hell. No, he's murdering kids that have nothing to do with Logan in general. They're not related to him. No, he wants Logan to suffer. He wants him to suffer so badly that it's gonna break. Well, he wants to break Wolverine mentally, not just physically, mentally. Break him down, break him to the point where Wolverine probably says, just kill me. Probably to the point he wants Wolverine the same kind of way how we saw Wolverine in the Old Man Logan story. Look how broken he was when he realized he killed the X-Men. He tried to kill himself. He literally went on a train tracks and tried to get his head decapitated. This is going to get brutal. I say this is going to get more brutaler every issue. Ben Percy, if you're waiting for this to come out in trade, I do have the Marvel previews when that trade will come out. But yes, shit, this is getting bad. This is getting seriously bad. And there have already been some casualties of this. Quentin Quire, dead. Akihiro, I don't know if he's dead. Could he come back? I don't know, because remember, they can't resurrect anybody now anymore because of what's going on. So it's like, fuck. It's like, fuck. But if you're a Wolverine fan and you love the battle between him and Sabretooth, pick this bad boy up. Trust me, pick it up. And they really put the emphasis on parental advisory. This is not for kids. This is not for kids. Do not be showing this to your kids. You got kids under the age of, I go as far as 5. Don't be showing them this. Under 12, I'm pushing it, but yeah. Some serious shit, man. Guys, that is it. That's my review of Wolverine 42, part 2 of Sabretooth Wars. This is gonna get bad, and it's gonna get nitty. It's gonna get gritty. This is the gritty storytelling of Wolverine and the battle between him and Sabretooth that a lot of people like. And I just felt bad for Logan. I'm just like, oh my God, Logan. The fact that what he did to himself just shows the merit of what this guy will go through to protect his kids. I mean, he was hanging up, because he was tied by coils from an alternate Omega Red. That his coils, his tentacles were made of adamantium, not carbonadium. And what did Wolverine do? He legitimately ripped his own arms, his hands off, ripped them off. And he even says it like I said, like I read, adamantium is laced through his bones, but his joints and his, the ligaments and the tendons are not. So yeah, somebody could pull it hard enough and rip his hands off, and he did that. And then he cut his feet off because he was tied up all hands and. That's sick. That's sick. But just shows you what the man will do. And I felt so bad for him. I'm like, oh, Logan. Shit. Just, no way. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. You guys tell me if you've read part 2 of Sabretooth Wars from Wolverine. Leave your comments in the section down below. I would love to hear. I'd love to hear what you guys think. And do you think it's going to get worse before? And do you think we are already in the eye of the hurricane or not? I don't think we are. We're getting hit with debris. But here come that big cow. Here come a car coming from the hurricane and twisters and stuff like that. Yeah, it's gonna get bad. You guys take care, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.